just got back in the car, and the AC's trying to cool off the car. It's really loud. I'll tell you something in a minute. So I didn't get to tell you earlier, but we took a chance and went this morning to the Acton, Maine Public Library place, thinking, okay, maybe we could, you know, we'll see what their internet like. It says they have internet. Their website is terrible, but yeah, it's not that far. It was a couple miles. So we went there, and it was like, yep, Wi-Fi's free, everything uploaded, went perfect. So I think we'll be able to use that to try to keep the videos going while we're in Maine, and it may even work. I don't know how good the signal is outside of the building, but it has some funky hours, so that's the part I'm not sure of. If it works from the outside, I can just sit in the car with the AC on and upload the videos, and it was like really fast. And I don't know if that's because it's a little library and there was actually nobody other than me using the internet, or what the real reason, but whatever it was, it worked.
So Todd gives the lady a donation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And she looks at him like he's got 5 heads. And it was just like, thank you very much.
I guess people don't normally give donations, but hey, I appreciated using the service, so I was more than willing to give the library something for it. The other thing we've got to do this afternoon, I just went to, my father needed something done, so I went to look for some Tapcons to put something into concrete. And I get there, and they got the Tapcons, but they don't have the bits to drill in that work with an impact driver. So we've got strawberries to go pick. Now we got to go to Home Depot on top of that, because I'm pretty sure they have it. At least I'm sure hoping they have it. And then what else do we have to do? Strawberries.
That's it.
That's it? Okay. Strawberries, Home Depot, and then our daughter's supposed to be coming with the 2 3/4 grandkids. So we got the pools all set up.
I would say 9/10.
9/10 kid? Yeah, probably. I mean, it's probably by now 95% at least. Just about cooked. Okay, here's one of those fun ones. This is the Acton Elementary School, and you can sort of see it's relatively good size now. When I was a kid, it was one building, and that one building had 4 rooms basically, and 1st and 2nd grade 1 room, 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th, and the teacher would write. There was like 2 big chalkboards, and yes, they were chalkboards. Teacher would write, okay, grade 1, this is what you were to be working on, and then she'd write on the other one, say grade 2, this is what you got to work on. And that's how it was. I don't remember how many kids were in the whole school, but there wasn't a whole lot of them.
Maybe 10.
No, there was more than that. But back then, there was only, in the whole town, there was only like 500 people. I mean, I lived on this road back from where we are, and I can remember even as a kid, it was like you'd be playing in the road or whatever, and a car would go by, and if a second one went by, you would be like, something must be happening in town today. It's changed a little. Not a whole lot, but a little. Let's see, roofing, ladders, decking, molding, hardware. Well, we had success. I got the Tapcon, I got the Tapcon bit, and the one that fits in the impact driver. So next is some more strawberry picking, and a tomato and a red pepper.
No tomato.
No tomato?
No, you said no.
Well, we could use a tomato.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll get the tomato.
We'll get a good tomato.
Yeah, we'll get a good tomato. Okay, we're back again to pick some more strawberries, but today I think we're going to pick some smaller ones because, well, just because.
Baby peaches.
Are these baby peaches?
Yep.
Oh, okay. They're doing good. I know. I can't wait for those. They got some really good peaches here. You know, years back you couldn't grow peaches in northern New England because they just didn't have the varieties who could take the winters and everything else. But they've got some here that are really good. You know, they're not giant like Georgia peaches, but once they're ripe and everything, they're really sweet, juicy. Oh, but they're not. Hey Sid, what's the kind they split in the middle and they don't split?
Freestone.
They're not freestones.
No, they have freestone.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think they did.
Freestones ripen later.
Oh, okay. Okay, today we're at Parsons Beach in Kennebunkport, Maine. And, oh, let's see. Let me flip it around, I'll show you. Hold on. Since the last time we were here, they changed this. Now there's room for 7 cars to park, and that's it. Everything else gets towed. It used to go all the way up towards those trees that you could park. So I can't imagine the beach is going to be very crowded. You can park probably 3/4 of a mile away on the other side, but that's a good walk. So this is a sort of private beach, and I guess we left the house at 7. We're here at like 8 o'clock. I can't imagine it's going to be too crowded. No, easy on his legs. Easy, gentle. Here, let Grandpa get him.
He looks like a
See,
frog.
look, see, watch, look.
Watch.
See? He digs in to disappear. See, look at him. See how he's going to disappear?
Now he looks like a rock, doesn't he?
See? Look at this crab, Mom.
And he's like,
Sorry?
I captured it again.
Here, Griffin,
Come on.
here.
Come on.
Hey, Grandpa, take your picture with the crab.
Tell me you're trying, but baby, you're not trying enough. With all that you're giving, it's never gonna lead you to love.
Look, they just break out of their shells, and when they're ready, they find a bigger shell.
Right, when they're
There's some more
when they grow,
over
they look for a
here.
bigger shell and they
There's
move
some
into the bigger
more.
shell.
More, baby.
Hey, do you think we should get this house over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't think we could.
Come here,
but
Mom. This is
That's a nice big house, huh? We could just spend all the summer at the beach here? That would be good for you?
Look
see. Oh, I see it. Watch the man with the net. See, he's gonna catch the fish. Oh, that's it. I was expecting much larger. Much larger.
Running on it.
Well, it's been a couple busy days. We went with kids and grandkids to Parsons Beach, which, I mean, it's sort of like a private beach. Really nice. There's, maybe a dozen houses on that beach. And I'm not sure if they own the beach or the access to or how it is, but they only let a few cars in, and it's getting fewer and fewer. And the amount of people that walked was what I thought was incredible. But this morning I saw a couple pictures of other, like public beaches in Maine, and it was like, oh, okay. It was just like wall to wall. So everybody's taken off now. They're headed back to Vermont, and we're supposed to have some fairly good thunderstorms. I'm not sure if we're going to get them, but up north is going to get them as it comes through. And so they wanted to get out relatively early today, hopefully miss the storms and get back to their houses before that all happened. But it's been pretty toasty. Of course, everybody around here is having a major issue with it. It's warm compared to Eleuthera. Low 90s. They think 60-70% humidity is devastating. But eventually I'll acclimate. I did actually go in the ocean in Maine, up to my knees. So that's as best as I could do right now.
1,000 more miles.
In other, I guess you could call it news, nothing happening on the house sale front. It's, I don't know, the lawyer and everything else, they're doing all their checks and this, that, and the other stuff, and they're really, they're really making a mess out of it, because there's things they should have done weeks and weeks and weeks ago. And I don't know. I mean, is it incompetence? Is it just plain old unprofessionalism? I don't know. At this point, I have no intention of, yelling at them or reading the rights or whatever. I do wish I had followed my instinct in a month and a half ago or so, fired them, and moved to somebody else. But like everything, hindsight's a wonderful thing. So that's still in the works. Hopefully, I don't know when. So meanwhile, the project in Vermont is sort of on hold too, because until that's completed, I don't want to have too many irons in the fire going at the same time. So this will just wait until the other one gets completed and finished off. When?